Hello there, and welcome to the second topic of the unit, which is categorization of computers on the basis of capacity, purpose, and generations. In this, we will study about a brief history of computer on the basis of certain parameters. Along with that, in the end, you would be able to categorize types of computers on your own. Let us begin with something very basic first. What is a block diagram? As you can see in the picture, there is a diagram shown to you, and you can see there are certain symbols in them. Basically, a block diagram is a pathway which shows the flow of data from one component to another. We can represent it using different shapes and symbols like arrows, a plus sign, rectangles, squares, etc. The purpose of a block diagram is to show how and where the data or the information is flowing and which all components are connected together to each other. Let us look at the block diagram of the computer. The block diagram of a computer consists of certain units: storage unit, a central processing unit, an input unit, and an output unit. Unit is a collection of components which perform a certain task. Storage unit helps to store the data, which can be temporary or permanent depending upon the need. If certain calculations are still left and the result has not reached a final stage, then temporary storage is required, which goes into primary unit. If the results are there and it needs to be stored permanently, it goes into the unit of secondary. Along with that, we also have a central processing unit which performs all types of calculations. An arithmetic and logical unit is a subunit of CPU which makes sure that all the calculations which are to be performed as per the need of the user are to be done here. An input unit helps to take the input from the user in any form. We can do it using a keyboard, a mouse, etc., which we will study in detail later on also. Output unit basically produces the output, that is the final result, to the user via a screen or a printer, etc. Let us go on to the classification of computers on the basis of types and on the basis of generations. When we talk about types of computers, we mainly talk about three categories: analog, digital, and hybrid computers. Analog computers basically check or take signals which carry data. That is very important to know that data should be there in the signals. However, these signals are in continuous form. The uses of analog computers are usually in the field of seismology, agriculture, etc. Digital computers, on the other hand, have signals which are in the form of discrete numbers, 0 and 1 mainly. These are the computers which we use in our daily life, whereas hybrid computers control and combine both analog as well as digital signals. For weather forecasting, which controls and checks typhoons, hurricanes, etc., these computers are very useful because they not only collect continuous data, they also go ahead and represent it in the form of digital data, which is helpful.